Hi, my name is Rosetta Cheers. I'm the Practicum Program Coordinator here at the University of Minnesota. And today in this instructional video, I am going to demonstrate how to effectively fill out the form Agency Choices for MSW students. Let's get started. You all should have received the email, the interviewing process and timeline. And in this email is a link to the form we're going to demonstrate today. The 2024-2025 Agency Choices for MSW Students form. So as you can see, this is a form that is to be completed by agencies submitting names of students they have interviewed and determined is a good fit for their agencies. We ask you to list your students in the order of preference after all the interviews have been completed. This is a cooperative process between the Twin Cities MSW programs, which is Augsburg University, St. Catherine's University, St. Mary's University of Minnesota, University of Minnesota, and University of St. Thomas. We ask that this form be completed by Monday, May 6th by 5 p.m. and the matching decisions will be sent out to all agencies on Friday, May 17th. If you have any questions while filling out this form, feel free to contact any of these contacts listed right here on this form. And I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this. I've already pre-filled it out so that it will go faster. So first I enter my email and I hit next. On this page, it wants the agency contact information. So I put the name of the agency, the address, who the representative is, the representative's email address, and the representative's telephone number. On this page, they would like to know how many available openings you have for the academic year of 2024 and 25. So it says we will be accepting blank number of students total for the 24-25 fall spring academic year from all MSW programs. And then there's a drop-down menu. As you see, I picked 3. It says, what placement levels does your total number of placements include? So if I have 3 openings, they want to know, is it all foundation? Is it specialization in clinical? Could they be either or none? And mine will be foundation for this demonstration. Now you will begin in sections 4 to 11, which would be screens 4 through 11. We're going to ask you to rank your students in the order of preference. And I'm going to walk you through to make sure that you understand what information we're asking for in each section. So it says the first student I have chosen is Elizabeth Taylor, who's from Augsburg University, and the program or practicum instructor at the agency who will be supervising Elizabeth, if Elizabeth is chosen, would be Robert Redford. And I put Robert Redford's email address and telephone number. My second choice for a student is Robin Robinson from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities location. And the practicum instructor's name is Dick Vitale. And I put again their name, their email, their telephone number. And my third student, which is John Travolta from St. Mary's University, is going to be supervised by Olivia Newton-John. Again, I put her name, her email address, and telephone number. And although I said I had 3 slots, there were 4 students I interviewed who I feel is a good fit. So I can still list more than the number of slots that I have. And so I have Melissa McCarthy, who's from the University of St. Thomas, and the practicum instructor there would be Will Farrell. So again, I put Will Farrell's name, the email address, and the contact. And again, this form will let you list up to 8 students. If you have more than 8 students, then just fill out the form again. I don't have anyone between number 4, so on each additional one, I'm just putting NA and going to the next screen. So after the 8th entry, I'm on the last screen, and this is the screen where suppose you interviewed a student or you read their resume and you realize that this student would not thrive at your agency. This is where you could list the person's name. And if you have a concern about that student, the way they interviewed, or you think they might be problematic, here's the contact information for each of the directors for each of our 5 programs, and you should reach out to them directly. But if I have students that do not fit or couldn't thrive, I put it here. So my student is Billy Bob Thornton from Augsburg, Jimmy Kimball from University of St. Thomas, and Linda Lavin from the University of Minnesota. It only allowed me those 3. If I have more than 3, I can list them down here, and it says to please list the MSW program followed by a colon, and then the student's full name, and then separate each entry with the semicolon. So once I get to here and I'm done, then I can just hit submit. And then it will give me a confirmation. Thank you, your response has been recorded. If I feel like I want to go back and edit my response while I'm still having this open, I can do so. If, like I said, you need to list more than 8 students, then you can go ahead and hit this and submit another form. The last thing I want to share is that if you are an agency that has multiple programs, a hospital that has multiple units, or school district that are going to be placing students at multiple schools, we ask that you fill this form out for each individual school and each individual program or unit. So this concludes the instructional video on how to effectively fill out the form, Agency Choices for MSW Students. I hope you have found this to be useful and helpful. Thank you. We look forward to working with you all this academic year.